Do we want to talk a little bit about the Cavs and what could be a fascinating offseason? Because they have a decision to make, right? They win 64 games. It felt like we were on a collision course this entire season, if we're being honest. Cavs, Celtics, Eastern Conference Finals. We've said it time and time again. They're two 60-win teams. But obviously that's not happening. They have a lot of money locked up in their star guys. So Mitchell, Garland, already on max deals. Mobley starts his next season, and because he won Defensive Player of the Year, it kicks up to 30% of the salary cap instead of 25%. You got Jared Allen, DeAndre Hunter. They make starter money. Max Strus, $15 million. Okoro, $11 million. Ty Jerome isn't under contract next season, and there's some decisions. But what do you do if you're Cleveland here? Is it just we were banged up, we were injured, let's not panic, let's sort of keep the core together? Or did you see something where it's this is maybe not going to work, and maybe you move one of the main pieces?
Jared Allen, see ya.
You think so?
Yeah. 0 points, 1 rebound in the second half of this game. He was completely invisible in this game and in game 4 of this series as well. You can get out physicaled by Mitchell Robinson and Isaiah Hartenstein in your first playoff series. You can't get out physicaled by Pascal Siakam and Miles Turner in your third playoff run. That was a pathetic performance from Jared Allen. That was why I had him as the guy who was the biggest X factor. Mm-hmm. He did not show up in this series at all. Maybe the Cavs play better if they're not banged up, but they could not shoot. They completely abandoned their identity in this one. They were going defense for offense when that has not been the case all year. Kenny Atkinson didn't know which buttons to push. And you just look at the team they throw out there, and it's how are you ever going to guard anybody on the perimeter when it's Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, and Max Strus as your guys? Mm-hmm. Doesn't make any sense. That's what Utah tried. But it was Rudy Gobert inside and Donovan Mitchell outside. They couldn't guard the perimeter either. You got to be able to stop somebody on the outside. So I think it's time to break up Allen and Mobley. Start building around Mobley. This guy is the future for you. He should have had more shots. He seemed, other than Mitchell, maybe the least scared guy out there. Though I don't really think he's get on my back, we're going. He seems pretty mild-mannered. They need somebody... I don't know.
The entire team
They need a
feels
red-ass
like that.
guy. That's what they called Brad Miller when he came to the Bulls. They need a red-ass guy, somebody who's going to yell at you. It's Tristan Thompson, but who respects that guy? He's so deep on the bench. Separate conversation is Darius Garland. The guy's always banged up. He is always hurt and hasn't really produced in the playoffs so far. He's also a small guard. It's like they have two of the same player at two different positions. Doesn't really make sense. On the other hand, the East is going to be bad next year. If you run it back, you're probably going to win 50-plus games once again.
And maybe it breaks for you in the playoffs, and maybe you're not the injured team, and whatever, you don't run into a team that had your... Yeah,
but I think they should move on from Allen at the very least, and I think they should explore Garland as well.
Yeah, the money is an interesting part of it, unfortunately. They're a second apron team, and they're already paying their guys a lot of money at the top. Yeah. With Garland getting into his extension here.
He's got 3 years, $167 million, I believe, left.
Yeah, Mitchell's getting paid a ton. Yeah, the starters are getting paid a ton. So you might have to decide between moving on. It's the OKC days. Are we riding with Ibaka? Are we riding with Harden? You might have to decide on Garland or Jared Allen in one of those situations. Yeah. Well, yeah, Garland, unfortunately, he didn't perform. Especially here in Game 5, he just wasn't right. Obviously, physically, that whole thing. But you look at Donovan Mitchell and the way he tried to get this team a win in game number 2, where he scored 48 points and everybody else is injured. He had this team on his back, and I love the way this guy gets up physically every time he's down underneath the hoop. Every single time he's on his chest, he could just sit there, just get a rest for 10 seconds. He just pops up so fast, like he's in a play already. You love that about one of your leaders. You love what Evan Mobley has done. So it's the supporting guys. It is the question, especially because the front office took on a lot of money when they traded for DeAndre Hunter. That is a ton of money. So you're in your second apron. You really don't have a lot of ways to maneuver, so you may just have to get a lot cheaper in terms of your salary because you're not
similar to what happened with the Wolves last year. And they make a move, I mean, for a lot of it for the financial reasons, the Randall cap move. Now, it's working out really well for them, but that's maybe where the Cavs are at here. Because I think it's important to point this out, because we always just say it, second apron team, what does that mean? That sucks. Well, it really sucks if you're making your team better around the fringes. Cavs wouldn't be able to sign any free agents for more than the minimum. They can't make trades that aggregate salary or take on more money than sent out. They can't do sign-in trades with their free agents, and they can't use cash in trades to incentivize salary dumps. Those are your second apron, rules that limit you, handcuff you as an organization. So yeah, I think $218 million on the books next year. That is second apron's going to be around 208. So I think they're going to have to cut some of these guys here, one or the other, like you guys are saying, because
I think John Hollinger said that even if they wanted to bring Ty Jerome back on a $10 million deal, it cost them $62 million in real money.
Yeah.
It's hard, man. It's not like DeAndre Hunter is making a ton of money to be your sixth man. The guy couldn't even get in the starting lineup for this team.
Yeah.
They need an Aaron Nesmith. They need one guy who can play defense on the perimeter.
Yes, you said, and a guy with an attitude and a bit of a dog, because my issue with them is Garland is not that, Allen is not that, and Mobley, I'm sorry, is not that. I don't know if he will be that. Mitchell is, but he's their superstar.
Yes.
And I would like to have a couple other guys that are doing the dirty work and bring that attitude, and I think they need that on the roster, either in the starting lineup or coming off the bench, because, again, my opinions on Hunter. Yeah. He was never going to be that guy.
No, they got him for the Boston Celtics to be able to switch on to Kristaps Porzingis and be tough there. But you saw him in game number 5. He had problems guarding Pascal Siakam. It's understandable, but they just went right at him when Pascal Siakam had an opportunity to go at him. And so that is a problem, yes. They do need a few more dogs. That's just the way that it's going there for that team. It is so interesting, the second apron. You can't take on more money in trades. Okay, that makes sense. But that you can't trade more than one salary in one trade. You can't aggregate salaries. Mm-hmm. That's strange. That's a strange part of it. Why can't you just lump together 4 monstrous contracts for one little tiny one? There's ways around it. Anyways, these are tough rules there. They have very tough rules, and it's totally true that Ty Jerome, you can't bring him back. You literally can't. You already can't sign him. 10 mil to pay $62 million.
There's no chance.
That's not going to happen
after the playoffs.
No.
That's not going to happen.
They figured him out.
Yeah.
Don't let him bump you. Yeah. It's that easy.
Yeah. He does all this reaching and stuff. He doesn't play physically enough.
He got a chance there in the second half of last night's game. He did hit a couple threes.
That was his best game of
and he was
series.
Trying to get the arena. You're right. I was okay, he's at least trying to get the team and the arena back in.
And then Halliburton packed him and went the other way.
Yeah. And this game got very close. I guess it was Mitchell hit an insane 3, right? Mm-hmm. And then drew a foul in the corner. 3 shots, or on the side at least.
Yeah, it's a
and that's
3-shot foul.
He missed all 3 of them.
But then they go back they come right back and he hits a corner 3.
Yeah.
To bring it.
He was hitting a lot of big shots.
So that was wild. It went from 9 to 6, then he misses 3 free throws. Oh, this is over. But then the next play, he's in the corner and hits another 3.
And you're
now it's
what if he had hit those, or 2 of them even?
Yeah, that would have helped. He tried. He obviously tried with every single ounce that he had to get to his first conference finals ever. And it has not happened. He had a freaking great series, even though he's banged up, even though he didn't shoot well in Game 5. But he just needed some pals, like the Pacers did, unfortunately.
Okay, could the Lakers be a team maybe interested in Jared Allen? They're always looking for a big man, big center. That's a possibility. I don't know. Are they just going to offer what they offered for Mark Williams? And would you take it?
I would say no if I was Cleveland.
Yeah, probably.
You could probably get a better player. Jared Allen's still good.
Yeah.
He's just a big-time question mark in the playoffs.
Yeah, and
Skinny.
Then as for Garland, a team that always comes up, someone that could use some scoring in the backcourt is the Orlando Magic. I don't know what type of deal you're looking at there. Anthony Black maybe as the piece and picks of some sort, but I don't know. It's we can explore that in the offseason. Yeah, lots of time to do that.
I don't mind it. Jonathan Isaac maybe as well.
Okay.